Now, we've been living with COVID-19 for almost 2 years. And the Delta variant is still spreading, and the Omicron is picking up steam. So to simply say that it has changed our lives would be a monumental understatement. And to suggest that it hit us all the same is just patently false. By and large, working families have taken the brunt of this pandemic's beating. Low-income households took the biggest financial hit, as many lacked access to adequate health care, among other struggles. And let's not forget that these families were the backbone of our essential workforce, braving the dangers of this deadly virus when many of us could safely just hunker down in our homes. Here to talk about how working families are still very much feeling the effects from this crippling crisis and other issues is Nelini Stamp, the Director of Strategy and Partnerships for Working Families Party. Nelini, welcome back to Amplified. Really appreciate you being here today. And I have been following you in tweets, and it is, COVID-19 is so deeply personal for you. Because not only did you contract the virus, but you're now living with long COVID, the lingering symptoms that many people struggle with in the months after catching it. Please, if you would just start by sharing your story as you've been tweeting about it.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. In about April of 2020, I started feeling symptoms of COVID. It was before there were massive amounts of testing, and my doctors were just like, you probably have COVID, so we're going to treat it as so. And it was debilitating. I was 3 weeks out of work on the couch in that process. My mom's ex-husband died, who was a very close family friend. My aunt, my dad's sister, died of COVID in the same week. And I thought that I could potentially lose my life. And luckily I didn't, but what I have suffered from is long COVID. There are days like yesterday where I just feel like I cannot get up. The vaccines have helped a lot with my symptoms, but I have a big level of exhaustion to the point where I just feel like my body is sinking into my bed. And it feels weird, right? To just be like, I'm tired, but it is something that people are struggling with all the time. And I just don't know my body anymore from when I had COVID. It's something that I'm dealing with every day.
Now, I really appreciate you sharing your story because in the early days of this, it's like, oh, it's, old people and folks with comorbidities who are the ones that are really most impacted by COVID and have the worst outcomes. But we're seeing younger people and folks who say, hey, I was running 10 miles a day and I thought that I was relatively fit and didn't have any comorbidities. And now I'm realizing that I'm struggling with some long-term issues here, having contracted it. So I think it's really important that all of us, as we think about COVID, understand that there's a range here of how it can impact anybody. And that's why we talk about vaccinations and wearing masks, et cetera, because nobody is immune from the long-term impacts here. The American Academy of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation estimates that there are over 14 million cases of long COVID in the U.S. Now, we're talking about people experiencing neurological challenges, problems ranging from brain fog, shortness of breath, fatigue, like you just mentioned, pain, and mobility issues. So what does this mean, Nelini, for working families who might not be able to miss work and take the 3 weeks because they have side effects?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this means that the government needs to do what they promised. This administration said, we were going to pass Build Back Better by the end of this year, and we have a couple of weeks before 2021 ends. This would give the ability for paid family leave, right? My mom had to take paid family when my grandmother, who was 92 years old, got COVID. Luckily, she survived. Luckily, she's alive and well. But my mother had to rely on paid family leave, which she could in the state of New York. But every American is not entitled to that. We need to make sure that we're funding the caring economy. We have to fund our public hospitals, fund nurses, making sure that people have real care in our communities. And it's something that, we're one of the richest countries in the world, and we do not have basic free health care for every single individual. And that is a shame. People need health care. People need paid family leave to take care of loved ones. And we need to fundamentally fund our infrastructure that I think is really important, which is healthcare. Healthcare is infrastructure,
Hmm.
which is why a bunch of us
Hmm.
are fighting tooth and nail to still pass the Build Back Better Act.
Yeah, there obviously, clearly we think about a pandemic and there's all the healthcare implications to this. There's also a lot of economic implications here too for working families. You mentioned, Build Back Better. Well, the government did come to the rescue of American families to help cushion the fallout from the coronavirus-driven economic crisis. But full economic recovery is looking less likely for working families. So as someone who does the work directly with these families, what factors are impeding them from attaining financial relief?
Yeah, well, first of all, we have to remember that families have still been struggling since the 2008 financial crises. Some people and communities did not get the relief that they needed because we bailed out the banks instead of bailing out
Mm.
working people. So now we have an ability, the rescue plan that was passed earlier this year was great. A child tax credit was great. That child tax credit we need to make permanent, which is what Build Back Better does. We need to make sure that people can actually fight for fair workplaces, which is why we need to pass the PRO Act, the Protect the Right to Organize Act. We need to make sure that everybody is able to have a union, because a lot of workers who were told, oh, you are the backbone of this country, you should have everything that you needed because you took us through this pandemic, and they're coming back to jobs that are not treating them fairly, or they have unsafe labor
Hmm.
conditions, which is why we see workers at Kellogg who are striking, which is why we see workers in Buffalo at Starbucks saying, no, we deserve a union. We deserve fair
Hmm.
labor practices, and we deserve a say at our workplace. So you see this is happening across the country. And, this is a year when lots of people are really, really mad at the wealthiest people in this country. You have these folks who are going into a space race, but we cannot provide housing for every individual in this country. We cannot make
Yeah,
sure that people
yeah,
have relief.
yeah,
So that's when you see a
yeah.
lot of workers
Hold
saying,
on, hold
look,
on,
I
hold on, because you're dropping a lot of issues here. Hold on, back up, back up. I want to pause for a minute and come back to the conversation that you were just talking about with regards to Kellogg Company, because this news actually rocked the labor world with regards to Kellogg Company. They announced yesterday that they had failed to reach a deal with some 1,400 workers. And if you all recall, the workers at Kellogg Company went on strike 2 months ago after their contract expired. And they were hoping to negotiate a wage hike and better benefits. And what we've seen in other strikes recently with companies like John Deere is that those companies went back to the table to draft proposals that its workers could agree with. But in this case, Kellogg is saying, forget it. And it's just planning to move on forward with a whole new, workforce. So why is this, Kellogg turning its back and being like deuces, why is this unprecedented? And what are the implications for those workers that went on strike?
Yeah, I mean, this is has implications for every worker in this country, because what it's showing is that a company will say, you know what, no, you're not worthy for us, and it's telling workers which side some of these corporations are on. Do they actually want to make sure their employees have good lives, good benefits, and can just put food on their table, which is all these workers are asking for? They're not like, we want a whole revolution tomorrow, although some of us do. But what they're really asking for is making sure that their lives, their day-to-day lives, are taken care of for, which is what corporations say that they do, right? This trickle down economics thing, which we know doesn't work. They're saying that they take care of us, and workers are saying, oh, really? So what now? And I think this is really important because, workers saying and using their power to say, no, this deal isn't good enough for us, empowers more workers across the country to say the same thing. We have miners who are still striking in Alabama and waiting for corporations to come to the table. And I think it's super important, when I think this is one of the largest strike years in the history of the United States, like in modern history, that
Hmm.
we've had. So I think it's
Hmm.
really important that workers are seeing each other and saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm going
Hmm.
to fight for my rights and have solidarity with workers across the country.
Yeah, I mean, that organizing spirit and camaraderie and collectivity here on fighting for what's right is awesome. I got to say, I get a little bit nervous that when a company like Kellogg walks away from negotiations and says, forget you, we're just going to go hire some other people, I get nervous that they then signal and set precedent with other corporations who are like, we're going to do the same thing. And if that turns into a big feud, I mean, this could really just be a mess. But you're right. I mean, there have been almost 300 labor strikes throughout the country this year. And I wonder, why have we seen such an uptick? And what else could we expect from this strike wave? Why now?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's because workers became the heroes of our pandemic. Without workers, we wouldn't have been able to survive in this country. People who were making sure that our food was delivered, making sure our food was prepared, people who were picking food, all of the things. These folks who worked through the pandemic, through lots of different circumstances, and folks have realized that. I think with the pandemic and with the slowdown, workers have realized, wait, I want dignity in my workplace. So we see it from Starbucks to Amazon to Kellogg to even the threats of a big movie IATSE strike earlier this fall. We've seen so many workers just come back and say, no, I won't be treated without dignity in my workplace. If we are actually the people who are your heroes, who are doing everything to make your corporation stronger, then we should be treated as so. And I think this is great momentum for Congress to finally pass the PRO Act, which would allow more people to organize labor unions in their workplace. And that is fundamental because every worker deserves a labor union in this country.
At the end of the day, that's what it's about, is Congress actually doing something. And so I wonder, what can union organizing, the unions, what can they take away from these efforts as they're bargaining and lobbying up on the Hill? How can we get Congress to do something?
Yes, I mean, I think, we have a big worker coalition to pass the PRO Act with organizations like the Communication Workers of America, the International Painters Union, and you can get involved if you're at home by texting PRO Act to 30403. And, we see labor unions all the time who are fighting day in, day out for the PRO Act. I think it's amongst a bunch of folks who may not work in labor. So if you're a community organization, or if you're an individual out there that wants to see workers get their rights and have dignity, call your legislator, call your member of Congress, and say that they must pass the PRO Act today. We are two to three votes away in the Senate. They've passed it in the House already. We have 2 to 3 votes. Some of our favorite Democrats that like to hold out on us are part of it, but it's actually Sinema, a big one who's holding out on supporting the PRO Act. And so we need to make sure that we put as much
Nelini,
pressure as possible.
I only have a few seconds here, but I would like for you to share with us, what areas of the country are actually providing the most support for working people?
I'll just highlight the state of New York. They passed a fund excluded workers fund for undocumented workers. That was $1 billion. So congratulations to the Fund Excluded Worker Coalition. But these are workers who are undocumented, who are actually getting funds to help them through the pandemic. So way to go to the state of New York, my hometown.
All right now, Nelini Stamp, Director of Strategy and Partnerships for Working Families Party. Thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you a full recovery, girl.